between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Return starts at the 9. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Lightning 18.
Man in motion here. Raheem Morris finds an official, and he gets a timeout in before the play clock runs out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's for John Robinson. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Staying with Robinson. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening drive right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive front and a running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Penix working from the gun. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A pickup of 17. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Falcon 1st down.
From the red zone on first. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. Headed right through the middle of the field. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Isaac Gorindo to return. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Get set.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Get set.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Watch out. Yellow.
From the gun is Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Get set.
They'll throw for it. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Zone read the kick to McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown on his Katie York for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. 49ers start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Tight end going in motion here. From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they offer the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it up 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. DeMarco Helms there on the stop.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Watch out!
Play action now with Purdy. Right side, and then secured by Kittle. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Now Purdy. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Purdy on 1st down. Short pass brought in. It's around him. He's got space. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. They bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's his running back. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
And the 49er, first down.
Get set, get set.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yellow.
Here's Purdy to throw. And he's going to take this in on the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now it's York to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing Penix. Dumps it off to Robinson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Penix on 1st down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Upton Stout. And he's into the end zone for the pick six for San Francisco. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted. Again, that is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jacob Cowie. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
49ers to the line. First and 10.
Get set. Are you cheap?
They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. He'll be stopped in for just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Looking to throw, Purdy. Completed over the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw by Purdy. Oh, this big guy is moving. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Now he's York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
And this drive with a design run. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. A less than ideal third and 8 here. They'll throw, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that brings up fourth and long. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
The play is a turnover on down.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. It looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I mean, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Going run again with McCaffrey. Behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
New York knocks it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
On now is York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Handoff for Robinson, running right. Nice cut, heading to the sideline. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 35.
Another carry for Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Now Penix off the play action. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13.
Robinson on the inside give. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Penix working from the gun. Throws caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
To number 17. On gain of 4.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Falcon football, but this late, that lead might be too much for them to overcome. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Back to 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let go.
Shotgun snap. Give to Robinson. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
The 6-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
Turnover on
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's going to wind up in the red for this play, back at the 8. They send with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
3rd and long for him here. That's a cut for the first. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Offense is set, 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he brings it back with a pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Forced out to his right. Throws this one deep down. He's got it down the sideline. He's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, if I know running backs, Kate, and I think I do after all these years, this is not a want the next touch. This is a need, a demand for the next touch. Go get that fruit from that seed that you just planted at the 1.
Get set. Yellow. 18. What's up? Yellow. Yellow.
From the red zone now. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So the 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Robinson will carry. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Staying with Robinson. They'll have the 1st down and even more. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Falcons hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Play fake. Penix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
3rd down, it's Penix. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10.
It's a turnover on downs.
On the ground, begin the drive with McCaffrey. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one. And the effort brings up 4th down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. So punt coming up on 4th down. And it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. Collects this at the 32. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Play action. Here's Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And
oh, no, they get him yet again. That's
of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
So the 49ers